Nevada County, it's your friendly neighborhood political correspondent. I was hoping to cover the June primary results, but as of my working on this piece, votes are still being tallied officially. Well, spoiler alert for next month, I guess, unless by any chance we have another major political breakthrough, we'll be covering the election. Speaking of the election though, how about those preliminary unofficial results, huh? Nevada County never fails to be a fascinating place, politically speaking. I'm glad I'm not in the business of making predictions. So, with no election results to ponder, let's look instead toward our current elected representatives and what they are up to in the political realm. Turns out, we have to look no further than the Board of Supervisors, which has recently taken a position, replete with a strongly worded letter, on Assembly Bill 1717. AB 1717 was submitted this January by California Assembly member Cecilia Aguiar Curry, representing Assembly District 4, covering wine country and parts of the Sacramento Valley, and was sponsored by the California-Nevada Conference of Operating Engineers. It expands the definition of public works to include fuel reduction work done under contract and paid for in whole or in part out of public funds, performed as a part of a fire mitigation project. Sounds like no big deal, right? To be honest, it didn't occur to me that the crews I see on our roads might not be in the same category as people fixing infrastructure, who are definitively doing public works. The controversy, it turns out, lies in the mandate to pay anyone hired for a public works project prevailing wage. Public works and the accompanying prevailing wage laws were designed so that subsidized public projects of a certain size would provide workers with documented livable wages and standardized safe working conditions. This specific bill came about due to the new normal of wildfires in California. As you may know, Aguiar Curry's district, District 4, like our district, has been hit hard with wildfires over the past several years. Fuel reduction is now an ongoing public need. This bill aims to subject all subsidized fuel reduction projects over $1,000 to prevailing wage requirements. While many large mitigation projects done with federal or state grants already pay prevailing wage, the primary impact will be on the smaller local contracting firms. Whether or not you support prevailing wage, the fact is, subjecting all fuel reduction projects to prevailing wage amps the cost by about 30% compared to current costs for fuel reduction. That data is according to the letter of opposition authored by District 4 Supervisor Sue Hook and supported by Ed Schofield of District 2 and Dan Miller of District 3. To quote the letter, this change would translate into 30% less critical work being done, and AB 1717 will jeopardize our ability to mitigate the very real risks of public safety to our citizens. District 1 Supervisor Heidi Hall supports Aguiar Curry's bill, and District 5 Supervisor Hardy Bullock believes that the stream of fire fuel mitigation grant funding will keep coming to the county to cover needs. Hall and Bullock did not support sending the position letter for these reasons. The board's 3-2 letter bolsters the position taken by the Rural County Representatives of California, or the RCRC for short. The RCRC, and I quote, has long advocated for increased training and development of a local forest management and wildfire prevention workforce. AB 1717 would simply drive up the costs of the scarce forest workforce currently in place, while shrinking the pace and scale of vegetation treatment projects on the ground, particularly in disadvantaged communities. Our district's assembly member, Megan Dolly, was one of 11 who voted no on this bill, compared with 58 yeses in the assembly. Having passed through the assembly, it is currently with this California State Senate, where so far it has passed the Committee on Labor, Public Employment, and Retirement 4-1, and has been moved to the Appropriations Committee on June 14th. Watch the bill's progress at leginfo.legislature.ca.gov. Just visit the site and type AB 1717 into the bill number search bar. If you'd like to express support or opposition, since the bill is currently with the Senate, you'll want to call or email your state senator, which for us here in Nevada County is Brian Dolly. And if you have any feedback for me on this piece, please email me at ncnpolitics@gmail.com. It has been my privilege to bring you a brief piece on a local political issue, and remember, when it comes to politics, if you're not at the table, you might be on the menu. Thanks for staying informed, Nevada County.